Hey guys, it's Scott's Game World here, and I am here with Snapshot 13W03A. And first of all, as you can see, I have this nice track set up. This is because I'm going to show you the improvements with the Minecart TNT. So beforehand, if you had it here, it'd just go down, and then after hitting the activator rail, it would then eventually blow up, and anything around it would destroy, including all these tracks. However, now the biggest improvement with this is how if it blows up on the rail, it won't blow up any of the rail or the supporting blocks. So this means that it's not every time it's not going to destroy all your rail, and you can make it go faster and further along if you like trying to mine. So this is going to be a wicked addition, and I'll show you now how it works. So there we go, Minecart TNT. Let's just turn on the power. As you can see, so there we go, it's activated. It'll blow up my torches and stuff. But there we go, so you see it's left the supporting and the rail itself, blown up everything else is blown up, the redstone, the torches. So this is really good. I really personally like it. It's a lot better now, so you don't have to rebuild every single time, and you can actually use it really well for like making a sort of tunnel through, well, with mining really. That's pretty much I think what it will be used for now. You can just keep making longer and longer until it's going to be really good for mining. The next improvement which we have is how now on the home page there's no texture pack. So what you have to do is, well, no, I think this personally is a lot better. I don't have any other texture packs installed, so I can't actually show you. However, go escape, options, and then texture packs is now here. And obviously you can see all of mine are incompatible because they're a lot older. But this is another wicked adaptation. Like if you're on a server or anything like that and you just want to change it quickly, you'll be able to do it without leaving the game and rejoining. And if it's like a Hunger Games, then you might have a chance of losing your spot, so you won't want to leave anyway. Next thing I have to show you is unlimited water supply. They've changed this now, just so in rivers and lakes it doesn't make it look all horrible when you take water out, and it'll end up having parts which look like this, because that's not very nice. So this is how they always used to be built. Well, it's still how they always will be built. But with rivers, it's different because they're deep. So what they've done now is made it so if there's water in a water supply block underneath, then it will be fine. So in this, I have all the blocks down filled below, and then I've put them on top after. So if I take it, then it will fill back up. However, with this one, because there's no water supply blocks underneath. If we get rid of all of them, I'll show you what I mean. So if we just place 1, 2, 3, it's not going to work. However, if we placed all of the ones at the bottom first and then the ones on the top, it works. So that you can take it out. So that's pretty much all the changes with water, just to try and make rivers stop looking so horrible when you take water from them. Next of all, there's been some changes with both the zombies and the skeletons. So the main one with the skeletons is now if you're closer to it, it will shoot faster. The further away, it will shoot slower. However, also it's a lot harder to melee now, and so I don't know. It's just made it harder. I can't really. I don't know how to show how it's harder because personally I don't know. However, it is harder to now melee them, and the same difficulty to actually shoot them. And then the same applies for the zombies, but the other way around. They are actually harder to shoot now, but easier to melee. No, well, the same to melee. And also with zombies, both of these are now scaled more, so they're harder to actually kill and they do more damage. So it's kind of making the game harder, depending on difficulty, obviously. But with the zombies, these guys also, if you hit one, they gang up on you now. So, like, obviously, if they're just near you, they'd gang up on you. But in creative, this is kind of, as you see, I didn't even hit that one. Normally, they would just kind of leave you, although that one doesn't seem to be bothered. He's getting his mate to do it. But that is pretty much all the changes with zombies and skeletons, so that they group up. And also with zombies, if they're on fire outside in the day, then if they hit you, you too will be set on fire. So that's quite cool, I guess. Still just appears that it's kind of just making the game that bit harder, but I personally quite like it. Next of all, we have the minecart with hopper. This is a brand new addition. brand new item altogether, and this is the build. It is literally just a minecart with a hopper on the top. are both extremely easy to make, and once again easy to make. As you can see, there's the outcome. So in my hand now is the minecart with hopper, and it is pretty much just a hopper, a moving hopper, so you can just send it around anywhere. You can take it with you and just throw items into the top, or you can use other items like dispensers or the brand new droppers, which can then throw the items into the minecart. Okay guys, there's been a few changes with the command block, which I don't really know too much about the command block, but I'll tell you what it actually says. So it says comparators fed by command blocks now indicate whether the last run was a success or not. So this is I guess it's just going to be used to tell you if something isn't working, or yeah, so then it's kind of going to be a way of you working out what's wrong, I guess. However, I'm not actually 100% sure, which I am sorry about. But also there's been a new command, as you can see here. It's /test4 and then the player's name, and the command block will use an analog redstone signal, which will indicate the found players. Once again, I don't use command blocks, so I don't really know how to kind of explain this or show it, but the information's there, and I'm sure some of you guys will know straight away. Next of all, I have to show you is the detector rail. So there's, as you can see under here, it looks exactly the same, but if there is a redstone comparator directly out like that, placed like so, then depending on how many items are in the actual, like the container in the minecart, will depend on, well, will control the amount of power output from the comparator. So if we add a minecart with hopper just here, then there's going to be no power whatsoever coming out. We instantly add a minecart, and you can notice it goes to 3. We add another minecart, it will go to, I think, 6. Add another, it will go to 9, and then again I think it goes to 12 and then 15. So as you can see, this is going to be an awesome way, I don't know, to make like special secret doors sort of things. I'd imagine some people will be able to do that sort of stuff, and I think that's going to be pretty cool personally. And I don't know, some of you guys will come up with some sick stuff to use this with, I'm sure. Yeah, I like it. Next, there's been a slight change with pillar quartz. It is built and crafted exactly the same. However, now you can place it at many different angles rather than just up, like the chiseled block or the normal block. So this kind of more like wood now, which I think is quite cool, I guess. Sometimes I find it quite annoying though to try and build stuff, and then you have to move your whole thing around just to get one block like that. Like if you're building a house and there's a bit that's sticking out, like we want it to go there in the middle but sideways, and there's none of these outsides, then you have to kind of look, if you can't get it sideways, so then you'd have to place another block to then get it sideways. But I still think it's really good. I really like the block. The final really release for the pre-release is this new block, which is the dropper block. It is quite similar to a dispenser, as you can see. It looks very similar, but this anyway is the build. It is 7 cobblestone like so, redstone dust, and a hopper in the middle. So onto the actual blocks. As you can see, they really do look very similar. The only thing that is different is the actual hole, and the difference is dispensers actually shoot items at you, and a dropper will throw items. So if it was like an arrow, if we put some arrows in each, the dispenser would actually shoot the arrows, and the dropper will obviously, well, because the name will drop it. So as you see, there you go, like it shoots it like it was a bow. That it will throw it out. So once again, it throws it out. It will throw it out. So that's quite cool. And I think the main reason this has kind of been added is to really support the hopper, as you will, well, when using it, you put stuff in, it will throw it into the hopper, and it will land in, well, yeah, in the hopper. So as you can see, this is the reason I'm doing this now, is to test how far the items will actually go before they land in the hopper, whether it's a clear amount or whether, so 4 in there, 1 in the furthest one. So this is kind of, I think, not 100% guaranteed sort of thing to go in at the moment, so it doesn't drop it, I don't think, vertically, well, directly down. You see that went to me. So you see that kind of threw it further. However, it did actually go into the first one. It kind of like sucks it in actually, I think, which I think is really good. If it does work, so it lands in the first one every time, it will be very good and really useful, especially with minecarts now with the hoppers, because you can literally be driving your items past and you can have it so it's like detect railed, so as you go over it, it will drop an item, which would be really good. It would be so useful to collect for collecting resources and that sort of thing. And actually, I think it's a really good addition to the game. That is it though from me, and thank you very much for watching. I hope it helped you in some way. If it did, then please like and subscribe for more next week, and I'll see you guys later.